Hey guys, welcome back. So let's go over the assignment and check out what I've put together for you as for two graphic organizers, okay? So you're going to write your own essay by referring to the boxes and bullets essay structure guidelines in my exemplar and by using the graphic organizer found below. So using all the stuff that I've given you, these videos, you're going to watch them as much as you want, whatever, you're going to be typing up your essay in a separate document using the essay organizer as a guide. I'm actually going to have you write it so that everyone can do it without having to worry about technology. And what you're going to do with the graphic organizer is you're going to be replacing the bold text in the parentheses found within the organizer with your own ideas. And as you'll notice, I have a blank organizer that follows with this directly that you'll be able to write your stuff in. Then you're going to type everything up into an essay when you're done. I've labeled the sentences to help you with organization. Don't keep those labels when you write your essay. So what that means is, don't start your sentence with sentence one. You should just write the sentence. The reminder of the prompt is of all the Egyptian gods and goddesses, which was the most significant to ancient Egyptian culture, and to provide a specific reasoning for your claim. If you guys want to write about a Greek god, knock yourself out. You don't have any pre-existing research on it, but I'm fine with you doing that if you want to do different research, okay? I want you to do your research via the Encyclopedia Britannica and the British Museum websites. They're websites you guys know well because you've used them with Mr. Dillon, and they're both reliable sources, okay? So that's where you're going to get your evidence. That's where I got my evidence, right? So let's check it out. The graphic organizer is going to look like this. So it's basically going to use the same phrasing that I included, but you're going to be filling in your same info. So not only did I tell you exactly what the job of the different sentences and paragraphs in an essay, I then told you what all of the different sentences do, okay? And I even gave you an example of them. Here I'm going to give you sentence starters to start you on the way, so you can't miss any, all right? So in your thesis statement, you're going to say, of all the Egyptian gods and goddesses, this is where you'll fill in the god you've selected, was the most significant to Egyptian culture because you'll have a first reason, a second reason, and then a third reason. Here in evidence paragraph 1, notice in sentence 1, you're going to say the first reason why, and then you just have to write the god you selected, was the most significant to Egyptian culture is because you're going to be your first reason. In sentence 2, you're going to say, for example, you're going to give me your piece of evidence which demonstrates your first reason, and you got to use quotation marks like I did in my example, except in the one where I screwed it up. In sentence 3, you're going to write this shows or this illustrates, and you're going to explain how your quote or paraphrase demonstrates your first reason. And then in sentence 4, you're going to say this example fits my claim that the god you've selected was the most important to Egyptian culture because, and you're going to explain how your example, which is the first reason along with this piece of evidence, fits into your claim. You're going to do in sentence 5, provide another piece of textual evidence in addition to this. You're going to give it. In sentence 6, you're going to say this shows or this illustrates, and you're going to explain how this particular piece of evidence demonstrates your first reason. And then in sentence 7, you're going to go ahead and say this example fits my claim that the god you selected was the most important to Egyptian culture because, and you're going to go ahead and explain how that example, which was your first reason, along with this piece of evidence, fits into your claim. Finally, in sentence 8, you're going to say the god you've selected was the most important to Egyptian culture because your first reason or supporting idea. All right. There it is. Sorry, my face was covering it. That's how it's all going to roll out. Notice that in the document that I've given you, it follows it along directly. So it starts with thesis statement, and then you will fill it in. So in here you'll write of all the Egyptian gods and goddesses. Evidence paragraph 1 has a corresponding blank box for each of the corresponding sentence starters. Same thing for evidence paragraph 2. Not much different here. In fact, I've even messed it up. Look, I said the first reason why. You should say another reason why. And then in sentence evidence paragraph 3, once again, you want to say another reason why. Sorry about that, but you guys are smart kiddos. You'll figure that out. So the only thing you really have to change in evidence paragraph 2 and 3 are these transition phrases here, right? Like I did in my essay, but I forgot to change that phraseology when I gave this to you guys. Finally, your restated thesis statement. Once again, do your best to change the phrasing of your claims and reasons here. But still, the essential info is you're going to make your claim of all the Egyptian gods and goddesses, which was the most significant. You're going to give your first reason or supporting idea, second reason or supporting idea, and then your third most powerful reason. All right. Now, this is going to make the writing of this particular essay really, really doable for you guys, and we have about 4 weeks to do it. So we've also got a generous amount of time. The thing is, when you get a different assignment, so I'm hoping to write another one of these this year, or when you have to do this on MCAS, when you will, your job is to practice with this and to understand the structure through this practice, okay? Because you're not going to have this prompt in particular on the MCAS, but you will have a prompt that will ask you to organize an essay in the exact same way. You'll have to have a central idea, you'll have to have 3 supporting ideas, you'll have to have 2 pieces of evidence per supporting idea, and you'll have to explore those in thesis statements and body paragraphs. Okay? So that is that. That's the task. Feel free to go back and check out any of my explanations in the other videos. And, come see me if you have any particular questions. We'll take a look at these things. But do use the sentence starters. And, the big takeaway here, apart from how to do the essay, is, guys, it's a non-negotiable. You have to write in this way right now. But the good news is that if you structure your essays in this way and you don't leave anything out, you're going to do really, 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 really well, not only on the writing portion of MCAS, but also on the subsequent essays you write for me and Miss Brunel and Miss Campbell, and then your other teachers later on down the road. So give it your best shot, use all the tools that have been provided to you, and work hard. All right, guys, good luck.